All right, so Max Holloway has had to pull out of his last 3 fights. He has been booked for 3 fights, and he has had to be pulled out of those 3 fights. Not because he didn't make weight, not because of some infraction, not because of anything like that. Everybody knows that Max Holloway is a champion at heart, champion in the octagon, champion of 145. But he's had to pull out of his last 3 fights. The last fight, this last recent fight at UFC 226, medical reasons. The last fight at the fight in 223, medical reasons. And the fight before that, I believe it was supposed to be 222. Broke his foot, medical reasons. Something's up with the guy. He is 25 years old. I'm telling you, when things like this happen, you just have to listen to your body and put yourself first. You know, we know you're a fighter at spirit. Everybody loves Max Holloway. I don't know anybody who doesn't like Max Holloway. I actually don't know anybody who likes MMA who doesn't like Max Holloway. But at this point, I think he needs to give it a little bit of a rest and just kind of figure out, like, let his body heal. Let his body heal. You know, these fighters, think about like John Jones, how good he looked after he came back after his suspension and fought DC. Now, he was on something. He popped for whatever. But just saying, it's like, you're going to look good. People are they're not going to be upset with you for taking a little bit of time off. Now, with that said, Brian Ortega has raised a question. It seems to be bad timing because Max Holloway, is having these medical issues, and I don't think he put out a statement yet. I don't think he put out a real serious statement in terms of when he might be back, what happened, what's going on. He hasn't really addressed it. So Brian Ortega has raised the question. Actually, he hasn't even raised the question. He has just said it straight up. He said that Max Holloway needs to vacate the 145 featherweight belt so that he can fight for it at UFC 226. And then he said he would gladly fight Jeremy Stephens. He would gladly fight Jeremy Stephens at that time, or anybody. He's not hell-bent on fighting Max Holloway. He is hell-bent on getting that title. So now it's just like, should Max Holloway vacate the belt? Because vacating the belt basically means that you're going to be out for more than a year. You're going to be out for more than a year, and also you're not even more than a year, probably more than 2 years if you have to vacate the belt. Usually they'll do an interim title, if you're going to be out for more than a year. But vacating the belt, that's a tall order right there. I just really can't see Max Holloway doing it unless there is really something serious going on. I hope not. I really hope it's not too serious. I hope that he can sit on the shelf. He really needs to sit on the shelf for a year to let his body heal. He broke his foot before UFC 222. He barely let it heal. He barely let that foot heal. And then he was already trying to fight at UFC 223 in Brooklyn, trying to fight Khabib. And we heard what Michael Chiesa said. Michael Chiesa said he broke his foot, part of like his tip. He broke a part of his foot, a little toe or something. He broke one part of his foot, and he wasn't able to do road work, which made him miss weight. He came into fight week overly heavier than he normally is. And so it made him miss weight. He was crying about that. He was really just a mess of tears. He really was. So Max Holloway, after breaking his foot, then he goes and really doesn't necessarily properly let it heal. He's back on the foot, training, doing road work. He needs to let his body heal up completely. We will be patient. We were patient for Dominick Cruz. We waited on Dominick Cruz, and he brought his ass right back into the octagon and beat TJ Dillashaw, took his belt back. Took his belt right back. And we respect things like that. We do respect Dominick Cruz for things like that. you can't really, when certain things happen, there's nothing you can do about it except for just let time heal it. Let time heal it, So I hope that Max Holloway does not have to vacate this belt, but I do think that if he's going to be out for more than a year, more than a year and a half, more than 2 years, if he's going to be out for more than 2 years, then he should vacate the belt. If he's going to be out for 1 year, then they should give an interim belt for 145. I know people hate the interim belts, but what do you want to do? What are we supposed to be doing with that featherweight division? It's turned all of a sudden again into a shit show. All of a sudden, it really just, it's bottlenecked again. So let's just go ahead and clean that out. Clean that, okay, let Max heal. Sit and heal, Heal your body up. Let your brain chill out. People are saying a CTE. And if you did get water poisoning, let your stomach chill out. Don't immediately go back into training. Those are my thoughts on the kid. He's 25 years old. He needs to take care of his body. He has been fighting already. He already has miles on that young body. He needs to try and preserve himself to be able to continue to be a good fighter through his 30s. Or at least till 30. But those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. It sucks to say that maybe he should be vacating the belt, but we have to take some of these things, these real life issues into consideration. The guy had to pull out of 3 fights for medical reasons. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Go ahead and hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Thanks.